This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
And ABC's David Muir says he hasn't forgotten his time in Boston.
There's just something about the people of New England and their priorities. There's always room for the right person. It could be you.
David Muir knows New England, and New Englanders know David Muir.
David reported and anchored for NewsCenter 5. Now he's taking his talents to the anchor desk at ABC's World News Tonight.
This is ABC.
This is the moment David Muir has been waiting for.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. And
As the newest anchor of World News Tonight, David fulfills a childhood dream, one that began when he was just 13 years old, writing letters to local newscasters in upstate New York. Eventually, one wrote back.
I'll never forget it. He said, you know, competition in television news is keen, but there's always room for the right person. It could be you. And I still have that letter to this day.
That letter helped launch a career that quickly took him from Syracuse to New York City. Along the way, he stopped in Boston to work for us at WCVB.
Two planes that crashed into the World Trade Center originated from Logan Airport. I'll never forget being here on 9/11. We were on the air, 24/7, and my job was to stand in front of Logan Airport. And the image is seared in my mind of the workers for the airlines who were standing behind that ticket counter and their faces and the dread that they had knowing that some of those hijackers came right through Logan.
Well, Liz, Boston's fire commissioner tells me he's never answered a call like this one, an explosion.
For 3 years, he was part of the WCVB family.
There's just something about the people of New England and their priorities, which are, family, community, and really what matters.
Just 40 years old, David's rise at ABC is not a surprise to any of us who worked with him. So when it was announced he was named the youngest World News anchor in 50 years, the congratulations came pouring in.
I heard from so many people here in New England, viewers and people who I worked with at Channel 5, and Natalie Jacobson reached out to me.
Well, Boston has not forgotten you.
I haven't forgotten Boston.
Although his voice now sets the tone for the network's evening news coverage, David is not looking to make big changes to ABC's formula.
It's an incredible foundation, and World News, all the way back to Peter Jennings, has been having a conversation with America every night at 6:30, and that's really all I want to do is continue that conversation. When you get a job like the one I'm about to step into, you have to remember that people at home, have everyday concerns, and they just want you asking the tough questions too.
David will continue asking those questions through his Made in America series, and he says we can expect to see him on Good Morning America. That may be one change that is unlike years past. Traditionally, evening anchors were the staid voice of journalism. Now, with social media and 24-hour news coverage, David wants to be seen as accessible.
Viewers can tweet us in real time while we're on TV. I tweet them back during the commercial breaks. And it's a real conversation that we have with the audience watching. They're not watching us sitting on a desk announcing down the news of the day anymore.
You have quite a journey ahead of you.
It's been quite a journey so far, so I have no idea what awaits me around the corner, but I can't wait.
So it was great to see David back in Boston and meeting everybody. And so it's a great thing to see him achieve a goal that even when he was here, we knew this was always his dream.
He always talked about his desire to do this was his desire to see the world, and he certainly had the opportunity and will continue to do so to have that. That's Chronicle for tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anthony Everett.
I'm JC Monihan. Have a great night, great weekend.